good people in the YouTube world and beyond. This is your boy B. I'm right back about you cats with another video. What's going on, my people? How's y'all feeling? How's y'all doing today? We back with another day lined up for you. Brother feeling real good again, man. It's another day where we wake up feeling real good, y'all. Real good, y'all. Today, we're going to be speaking about some financial decisions, man. Yeah, no, I got to talk about these financial decisions. Just little small tweaks that's been going on, and I'm going to tell you that they've been having some huge payoffs. I'm going to tell you what made me start thinking like this and how we remedying some of these situations, if that's a word. You dig? So how was y'all night, man? Did y'all wake up today feeling rested? You wake up feeling like you ready for the day? Wake up feeling like anything they throw at you today, that you can handle it? I hope so, because that's a great feeling to have, you know? We've been keeping up the routine of going to bed very early, then waking up very early, handling some business, doing some thinking, taking a shower where you scrub your body, man. You exfoliate, wash your hair, wash all the little cracks and crevices of your body that don't see the day of light or the light of day. You wake up eating the right things from the day before, and your body start thanking you for it, man. Your body start thanking you for it, you know? And I'm telling y'all, yo, health is one of the biggest things out there, y'all. Health is one of the biggest things. There's some of us out here being controlled by our health and not even knowing it, man. You know, you can have an iron deficiency and your body is tired now and you don't even know what the hell is really going on. You just know that you're tired, you know? We got some people on the check-in. Somebody, let me see, said hi, 1990 with, it looked like some language I don't know, but what's going on? And then we got another person on the check-in, Sheena, JHA, said hi, what's going on? How y'all feeling this morning? We got another person on the check-in that came on, B, was that B Linder? What's up? Hi, how you feeling, man? How y'all doing? We got 13 people on that check-in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if this is what you into. I ain't never seen a pink recycling bin. These cats is watering the damn lawn again. They watering the sidewalk again. You know what I mean? But we feeling good, man. What y'all up to today? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if this is something that you into. And what is this? This ain't nothing special, man. I'm just a dude walking his way to work, chilling. Yeah, I think I could touch rim. I don't think I can. Look how high I am. I can if I jump, but I ain't in that mood today, man. I ain't in that mood to do that yet. You know? Somebody came on. Blender said you should probably not show your neighborhood. I feel you, brother. I feel you. You know, I do think about that. Let me tell you my thoughts on that. I do feel like, all right, true, I shouldn't be showing my neighborhood. You 100% right about that. But I do feel also that I'm a little guy, man. I'm a little guy. Y'all know I don't really get a whole bunch of views. I don't understand why someone would want to do something crazy to me. I don't come up here acting wild, you know. But you're 100% right. You definitely 100% right. Somebody said it is not safe. Someone could try to track you down. You're right. You're right. Somebody could try to track me down. And I do dox myself to a certain extent. But I also wonder, like, all right, why they want to mess with me? What did I do? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no rich man. You feel me? You try to rob me, you ain't gonna get too much. I don't walk around with cash or nothing like that. I really don't have no problems with people out here on these streets. I do know that you could definitely get yourself into problems when you speak about certain topics, and certain fans and things. They will mess with you, man. They definitely will mess with you. So I definitely understand what you're saying, man. I definitely understand what you're saying. And I ain't gonna argue that point. You're 100% right, brother. You're definitely 100% right. You know, I have run through those type of scenarios. Like, let's say somebody did want to mess with me. I do show my routes. I definitely show my routes, and I could definitely be set up like that. I feel you. Definitely feel you. But again, I don't live my life really like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just assuming, I ain't got no million subscribers. I got, 1,500 subscribers. My videos get like 100 and something views. So I don't think nobody really gonna mess with me now. I do think about in the future, like let's say I do somehow blow up and a lot of people watch my videos, that would put me in the line of people. And, I think about that in the future. I definitely think about that in the future. I tell myself, I ain't gonna always be making this same walk. This walk actually is not gonna be going on for too much longer. I'll give it maybe a year, reaching millions of subscribers and stuff like that. I may never reach that level. But if I do, by the time that happens, I'm sure my situation would definitely be changed out. But thanks again, bro, because you are right, man. You are right, kid. You definitely right. You dox yourself, it could be an issue. I definitely think about that type of stuff, because I'll be hearing stories about people getting doxxed. I watch videos about people on camera, and some of the craziest stuff be happening to them on live. Some of the craziest stuff be happening to them on live, We got Star Girl on the check-in. She said, "How was going on, Star Girl? Where you checking in from? Where you from? Where you checking in from? What city or what country you checking in from? You feel me? What city are you checking in from?" Yeah, but I'm feeling good out here, man. This is New York, Nassau County, New York, a suburb of New York City. It definitely feels real good out here. Like maybe not 80 yet, close to 80. The humidity is down. You feel that one with the stars, y'all. You feel that one with the stars. And that's a great feeling, man. A great feeling to feel that one with nature. To be at one with nature. Because in all honesty, we are, yo. We are one of nature. I be thinking about these types of things, man. These are the type of things that really go through my head. Sometimes when I think, man, like the universe and reality. And I've been working on some concepts, man. And one of the concepts that I've been thinking about is emergence, right? Emergence. And when I say emergence, I'm speaking about when systems work together, how they create a whole nother level of reality. So what I'm thinking about is this world right now that we live in. This world that we live in, what we see right now. This isn't really reality, kid. This isn't really reality. Because when you break humans down, or any life, we're basically a bunch of cells working together, right? We're a bunch of individual cells that begin working together, and then we start we individual cells, and when those individual cells work together, then new features arise from those cells working together. So now you look at what we see, like the projection of what we see, this tree. As a whole, we see a tree right here, but on the individual level, on the smallest levels, these are really just cells working together to make a tree. So what we see is our brains, our cells working together, the projection of that world into a tree so that we can get around and actually operate. And I look at that as like, again, a collection of cells working together to create a world for an organism that which itself is an emergent property. So a self, a person, together, experiencing things all together, the individual cells experiencing things and working together, it got to create a way to view the world. And this view that we see is basically not real. It's just a projection of the cells that we really see. You understand what I'm saying? So to a certain extent, this world right here is emergent. What we see is just really emergent. It's not really the actual state of what is actually going on. You feel me? That's why we could look at quantum physics and you see the double slit experiment. You realize about time dilation and the actual fundamental workings of the universe is completely different than what we experience. I look at it as our cells working together from that level to create a higher dimension. And what we see is just that higher dimension, because this shit is really in our head. The way we map this world to move around is really just in our head. You feel me? That's how I feel about stuff, man. I could be wrong. I could be right. You know, we drifting far away into things that's just hypothetical. You know, these are questions that I don't think nobody really truly got the answers to yet. You know? And, you know, along that same line of reasoning, that's why I start to feel like God is an emergent property. Because in order for humans to really progress and to actually get things done, we can't experience the world on the quantum level, you dig? We can't experience the world on the quantum level because we got to have cause and effect and time, you know, going in one direction in order for us to see things. But again, that world is emergent, you know what I mean? That world is definitely emergent. That's not the base layer, you dig? Not the base layer. But again, I'm over here rambling about that stuff. I got a hard day at work today, man. Not so much hard, but long. A long day of work, y'all. Long day of work. But again, my body is straight. I feel good. I'm healthy. I feel like we can handle it, man. I definitely feel like we can handle it. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Definitely looking forward to it, you know? So what y'all got planned for today, man? It's Wednesday, hump day, right in the middle of the week. What was y'all plans on Monday to do for this week? You're halfway there, man. Did you make leeway on those goals or no? Did you make leeway on those goals or no? These are the questions we got to ask ourselves, man. You know? Boom, boom, boom. So how y'all feel on these streets, man? Y'all be scared to walk when ain't nobody else around? Or are you comfortable in this type of weather, in this type of environment? Let me also ask, what type of people y'all think out right now? Y'all think people out trying to rob y'all? You think people are just trying to get to work? What y'all think the people are doing right now, man? I think it's a mix of everything, man. You got all types of elements out here doing what they doing. I tell you what, it ain't gonna stop me from achieving my goals, my people. I ain't gonna let the fear of getting robbed out here or something happen to me stop me from achieving the goals we need to achieve, my people. Of course, you want to be safe, but at the same time, you can't be scared, kid. You can't be scared. The predators sense fear, and they'll hunt you down, kid. They'll hunt you down if they sense fear. You know? We just chilling. Feel real good out here tonight. We in Freeport, NY. Freeport, NY, suburb of New York City, y'all. Suburb of New York City. I'm gonna be needing for you guys to go check the videos, man. Y'all ain't doing what I need for you cats to do, man. I need for you guys to go subscribe to the page. We got some of my long form content where we speak about some stories that happen in New York City, because I'm turning into and historian, y'all. A historian. It's crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy how you see things, you know? Something that exemplifies this was the battle between Cannabis and Uncle L, LL Cool J. So when they battled, I was in my 20s, y'all. In my 20s, feeling like Cannabis. If y'all remember, Cannabis was one of the hottest MCs out during that time. And they had that song, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cannabis came on because he was hot at the time, man. When you young, you're cocky. You really, 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 truly believe in your skills. And you think you could take out anybody, yo. I remember being young and cocky. Definitely remember being young and cocky. You think you got all the answers. You think you know everything. You don't understand your place in history. So you push. And that's what Cannabis did. He pushed. He said, what? I'm the illest brother alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it. Cannabis, the type that fight for mics, beating brothers to death and beating dead brothers to life. When you look at me long enough, I start to read your thoughts if the signal was strong enough. So Cannabis was kicking that craziness. There's a different style, little battle rap style that's raw, style that takes no prisoners. So when you're young, that's what you like, son. Something new. It represents you. You like, damn, son, he killed it. And I remember when LL respond, when youngsters fantasize of borrowing flows, tell little shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. What'd he say? My tide was off limits to challengers. You swing a rusty sword, I hold an Excalibur. Now, when I'm younger, I'm like, yeah, LL came off, but Cannabis killed him. And that's what I was thinking. But I'm looking at my career now. And I done got 20-something odd years in the game doing what these young cats are just doing, you know? So L was coming from it from an angle of, I've been doing this, son. I was where you was at, and I've been doing this for 20 years. Until you get to that level, you can't say nothing. And I never understood that level of, like, game that older guy or older woman or anybody who's been putting in time for years. It's the same argument with a rookie who come in and get Rookie of the Year. Then the next year, they may get MVP. You put that against somebody who has got Rookie of the Year and then put in 20 MVP season, 20 MVP-like seasons or all-star games, and you try to compare yourself or put yourself on that level. It's like, all right, you did it for 1 year. Now let's see if you can hold it. So now we look back at that whole Cannabis and LL battle. I could see both sides. And I would say this. Cannabis may have, depending on how you look at it, man. When I was young, I thought Cannabis won that battle. But, I think it is real because Cannabis is also a legend in his own right. He definitely did his own thing. But the lane that he was trying to get into with LL, that's LL's lane, yo. So I would say both of them won. Nobody lost. Both of them did what they needed to do. But Cannabis was also phenomenal. He just wasn't in that same lane as LL. And after 20 years, we finally see it, So just looking at stuff from when I was in my 20s to when I'm in my 40s, I can see how I've evolved, how I look at battles, and how I look at them evolving. An interesting one is Drake and Kendrick. I don't know. I think Drake in his own lane, he does his thing. He needs to just stay in his lane. Kendrick in his lane, he does his thing, and he needs to just stay in his lane. What Drake don't need to do is allow what Kendrick said to stop him from doing what he does. So we could look at Jay-Z and Nas. Personally, I think Nas won the battle, of course. But Jay, overall, ain't really do too much against Jay. Jay still remained himself. He was kind of messed up a little bit after it, but he stayed on course, remained himself, didn't allow what Nas said to really get into his head and change up what he did. And Jay-Z just stayed consistent. And now I think Jay is one of the most legendary figures in hip-hop, even after losing the battle. And Nas may have won the battle, but Nas really stayed in the lane that he's in, and both of them stayed in the same lane. You feel me? That's just the way I see things as I've grown up, you know? My boy John Doe said Jay is hot garbage. He said Jay is hot garbage. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I like Jigga. I like Jay. Jay definitely can rhyme, you know what I mean? I wouldn't put him as the same level as Nas. I think I relate to Nas on a whole different level. But both of them do what they do, man. You know, and they both need to stay in their own lane. But we at this 7-Eleven. I'm about to get up out of here. I will catch you cats tomorrow on Thursday. I love y'all. Peace out, man. Thanks for checking in. Yeah. All right, let me get up out of here. He said, nah, he got some hits. Don't get me wrong, but he's probably the most overrated rapper ever. I mean, if we're looking at Jay and putting him as the greatest rapper ever, then he's most definitely overrated because he's far from the greatest rapper ever. I could think of, 5 people that's ahead of him. But in his lane, when it comes to business, he's definitely up there. You know what I mean? Definitely up there. But let me get up out of here. I love y'all. John Doe, come back on tomorrow. Remind me about this topic. We could definitely get back on it a little bit more. But I'm up out of here. I will check you cats later. Yeah.